Feels like after this election, everybody's just depressed about it. Nobody's happy. Everybody's grumpy. Everybody's concerned. All of the data is showing that only 1 in 10 Canadians are happy about the outcome for the election. 77% of respondents said that they think Canada is fractured. 77% of Canadians are saying that. That's a tough thing to come to terms with. That's a tough thing to think about. That a vast majority of the people in your country are sitting here saying, oh yeah, the society's in trouble. We're fracturing, we're breaking up, we're sinking. Only 1 in 10 of us are happy with the outcome. We are in this overt, obvious corporate coup d'etat where we can't seem to wriggle our way out of it using electoral politics. And this is extremely dangerous for us in this moment. We've got the People's Party of Canada receiving 3 times the amount of votes that they have in previous elections, thankfully not getting a seat, but that's only a matter of time, isn't it? The Conservatives can't make any ground, thankfully. The Liberals aren't making any ground, really, thankfully. The NDP are making ground, but they're tepid capitalist reformists. We're in a position now where there are people being abandoned in the streets. There are people who come into my chat on my live stream telling stories about how they're being evicted from their homes. They know that they're facing homelessness. They know that they're facing the worst outcomes of poverty. They know. And when they turn around and they look at their leaders, they don't see allies. Justin Trudeau, Aaron O'Toole, Jagmeet Singh, Annamie Paul, none of them were their allies. None of them were providing solutions to the homelessness they will experience, to the poverty they already are experiencing. And no one is addressing the fact that it's going to get much worse because of the inaction of the political class and because of the rapacious sociopathic nature of the corporate state. And when this poverty begins to spread and when it begins to get worse, people are going to get more and more angry. And what do angry people do? Well, they turn to far-right fascist organizations. We've seen this over and over and over again. This is well-trodden territory. We're very, very well aware of it. And so we are at a point now where if a politician is not working to ameliorate the suffering of the lower classes, then they are working to sell the society out to fascist organizations. That as the PPC gains power and as it gains strength, the people who we will blame for it, or who we should blame for it, are the Liberals and the NDP, who refuse to actually create platforms and policies to genuinely ameliorate the suffering of their own citizenry. Because at the end of the day, they would prefer to go with brunch with billionaires than actually help people who they don't care to know and don't care to meet and don't care to do anything with. That when the political class gets invited to parties with the billionaires, they know who they want to be allied with. When they go to the mansions of the wealthy, when they go in limousines, when they wear their nice clothing and have nice soirees with David Thompson and the Weston family, they know who they want to be allied with. They don't need to be bribed with like a suitcase of money or anything like that. They know who their ally is. They know how they're going to move forward. And when they are out of office, as is inevitably the truth for a politician, they know they want to sit on some board of directors and get a 6-figure salary for doing nothing of consequence. That's the arc for politicians in our society, and we're being abandoned because of it. And because we're being so heavily and thoroughly abandoned, the populace will turn to far-right reactionary groups who don't actually understand what's going on and whose solutions will objectively make the problems we're facing worse. Because we are at a moment now where it's socialism or death. That the natural world itself has organized itself to destroy us if we do not turn to socialism. There is no outside human force that's forcing us towards socialism. It's the earth itself that's doing it. And we're still refusing. We've got pandering at best, banning straws, that sort of childish behavior. The equivalent of telling your child to clean up their room and then they shove everything under their bed and say they're done. We should be tripling disability allowances. We should be passing a basic income. We should be dismantling the corporate state. We should be raising taxes to such a level on the wealthy that they can never accrue billions of dollars. Because once you get $1 billion, this is the science. This is the science. This isn't even close to hyperbolic. The science shows us that once you accrue $1 billion, you lose the ability to have compassion or empathy. You become a sociopath. That's part of how it works. And so is it any small wonder the populace is feeling like the society is fracturing? Because it is. Is it any small wonder that the society is feeling like there's a lack of community? Because there is. Because at the end of the day, we are not a society. We're just a business. And business is booming. And so are we. Well, this is the end of this video, guys. If you've made it to this point, you have to like, you have to share, you have to subscribe. Those are the rules of the internet. If you want to help me pay my rent, Patreon's down below. Please consider donating $1. Always remember, guys, each and every one of you is a divine being, living in divine energy. These billionaires spend hundreds of billions of dollars to gaslight you and convince you that something else is going on, instead of spending a single penny to actually help you on your journey. Don't let them. Good luck. We're going to need it.